Didn't you just get arrested?
Yes, I did. I just got pulled down to the precinct. They gave me a ticket. They seized a half a dozen joints out of my hat, and plus another one that I had just started to burn, and a couple of roaches. It says unlawful possession. There is no unlawful possession. Possession is a protected right under the 4th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. There's been no amendment to the Constitution of the United States to outlaw possession of cannabis. There was an amendment to outlaw alcohol, to create alcohol prohibition. There's been no amendment. These laws violate the constitutional rights of citizens. The police are supposed to serve and protect. They're not supposed to rob the people, and that's what's going on. I said to the cop in the car, he said, what happened to me? I said, I'm a victim of a crime. He says, why don't you tell me about those other ones in your hat? I says, if you're accosted by a thief, do you tell him about everything you're carrying? He says, are we thieves? I says, if you're violating the Constitution of the United States, you are. And he turned up the radio very loud in the police car. They don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
So they let you off with a ticket then, right?
Yeah, it's a ticket. I have to come back to court June 6th. I should be back in the city to appear in court on Broadway. And June 4th, it just so happens, we have a benefit up in Schoharie, New York.
Have you been arrested for this before?
No, this is my first time. So actually, I even thanked them. I said, now with this, I'll be able to sign on to a class action lawsuit. There's a drug war casualties class action lawsuit, if anybody doesn't know, started out in California. And one of the speakers at this morning's rally, you might find out more about him. He's a member of this lawsuit, Dennis Perrone. He's here today. Right. You can get a hold of him. He may be able to tell you more about it. It's working its way through the courts. And I didn't tell them about everything I had. They probably would have booked me for these too. I have cultivation permits with seeds attached. I was giving them out to people.
Yeah, we have one.
There you go. You got one?
Is this good stuff or what? Are the seeds any good?
Sprout. They're
what kind of seeds?
Stage seeds. Some are indica, some are
indica. Hydro?
No. They're just I just found them. They came from somewhere. They're like bird seed. You could eat them or you could grow them.
Word, keep it real, yo. The smoke is the best.
Does it make you do anything illegal?
Nah, it just makes me relax, smoke out, kick flows.
No?
Nah, addicted? Nah. I like to smoke it every day. Nah. Never none of that. It's just good, you know what I'm saying? You just smoke. When you feel high, you just like it for the moment. If you don't want to smoke no more, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to just keep on and keep on.
Yo, weed enhances people. It makes you do things better.
Right.
I play ball and everything on weed. I do anything on weed, and I do it better than when I'm not high.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
Hi, we're with the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. We're just trying to get a few people to join up and try and join the fight to end marijuana prohibition and help affect drug policy reform in the United States.
Looks like everything you're wearing is made out of hemp or something, huh?
Just about. This jacket is from Two Dog Star. It's 100% hemp. The hat comes from Ecolution.
Wow.
It's also 100% hemp.
Wow.
I think both these products come from Hungary, is where the hemp is actually grown, and it's imported to the United States. It's a darn shame that American farmers can't be growing this to supply to the companies that are manufacturing these products right in the United States.
Yeah.
It's more of a togetherness type thing. You can smoke with a lot of people, and they don't have to really know them.
Right.
Like what's going on here today.
You think marijuana should be legalized?
Definitely, most definitely. I'm sure everyone here would give you the same opinion on that.
Let's ask some people who weren't involved in this big celebration how they feel about marijuana. Stand by for that report.
Criminalization of drugs is the cause of most of the problems of violence and crime in our society, and they ought to decriminalize things. And if people have substance abuse problems, they ought to work on them. We don't do either at this point.
Do you smoke marijuana yourself?
Once or twice, but I stopped, and because it's boring. It's a quick fix.
What do you think about it, sir?
Well, certainly if people want to do it, they should be able to do it. I mean, especially if they think it's helpful to them. You know,
Right.
Certainly, yeah.
Have you ever smoked marijuana before? Or?
Sure, I definitely inhaled.
Okay. Well, that's great. I mean, because the more people that make it known that we want it to happen, maybe we can pass a law in Congress somewhere and make it legal. You know? And we're just trying to do this protest right now, and we were wondering if you guys even knew this was going on.
No, I didn't know. I came down to get some sun, actually.
Wow.
Nice day for sun.
Well, maybe you should go inside and get some literature and find out more you can do for the legalization of marijuana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely feel it should be legalized.
Thank you.
No glamour for Willie. She says that's fine. It's not her way. It's not her line. No glamour for Willie. She says that's fine. So fine. So fine.
From Real News in Washington Square Park, and we're here with all the marijuana hemp rally, and it's a bright sunny afternoon. There's thousands and thousands of people here. We've done dozens of interviews with all types of people from all walks of life. It seems that the main goal here is to legalize marijuana use in America, and by what we've witnessed, it seems like a lot of people really are for the use of marijuana in America. I'm signing off now. Peace, love, and happiness to everybody.
Okay, we're speaking with Gary Null, who's responsible for a great deal of this project. And what do you have to say for tonight's event?
I think it's rather remarkable that people would come out and support strangers, people who suffer from life-challenging illnesses. I think it shows a very spiritual awareness when you're willing to help another human being live, because these people literally, quite literally, would not have a good meal without this. And they're not only getting just food, they're getting organic food prepared with a lot of attention by Richard Pierce. And they're given counseling, they're given attention, they're treated like a human being. And disease is a great equalizer. It equalizes power, it equalizes wealth, equalizes success and position. Suddenly, we all revert back to the innocence and honesty of the child, wanting to regain that we had, our health, our happiness, our whole self. The Whole Foods Project is one of the steps in that process. These people are helping that process exist. I have a lot of respect for anyone who does it. After all, it's not what you think, it's not what you say, it's what you do. These people put their money on the table. They've taken the time to come here, and in New York that has so many events, all competing for our time and attention, for people to come up here to this wonderful and beautiful place. It couldn't have been in a better place, this sanctuary, and to see that one person can make a difference, because it was Richard Pierce who, without any financial backing, just decided to be as tenacious as he could be and just kept going out there. So if he couldn't feed 1,000 people, he'd feed 50 people, and if he couldn't feed 50, he'd feed 5. So it shows you that he doesn't have an ego connection. He has no ulterior motive. Think of all the foundations. Think of all the philanthropic organizations. Instead of spending the money on offices and executives and real estate, think if they put it where it should be in helping the people that they're supposed to do. Most fundraisers, 75% of the fundraising goes to the fundraisers. 25% is left for the charity. Of that, 25%, generally 80% goes for administrative expenses, rent and insurance and taxes and salaries. Usually less than 5% actually goes of what's raised to help the person. Here, 95% goes to buy food to feed people. I think that's remarkable. I think that Richard Pierce deserves a Humanitarian of the Year award. He is one of the most singularly unique, and Patrick Donnelly, two of the most singularly unique spiritual people I've ever met in my life. God bless them. They're wonderful.
Okay, thank you, Gary.